Hi, my name is Nick Carroll. This is my son Chris. This is my other son Ryan. And we're going to be performing an unboxing of the Ouya, a brand new Android-powered game console. It costs $99, and it's powered by Android 4.1 Jellybean. So here's the box. And actually, go show them all the different sides of the box.
Okay.
Okay, show them that.
There's the main. Here's the sheet. Other thingy. See. And
All right, now bring it back here. So I ordered this the other day on GameStop, and it was shipped to my door, and it arrived about an hour ago. And we're going to go ahead and do this. So, a trusty pair of scissors.
No, you don't. It's not the
Not trustworthy.
No, it's not. It was never trustworthy. You would see it say trustworthy on the side. It was
That's right.
printed in blue. Trustworthy. Well, printed in some color always like in blue.
That's right.
So.
All right, so it's sliding open.
It's sliding. Yay. It's one of these special boxes that slide open. Need help. Yeah, Lisa.
And so begins the revolution. I almost said resolution.
Yeah, whichever.
So that's kind of cool.
Well, it begins a revolution.
Just down right here. And as you can see, here's the game console. And here's this right here. Okay, go ahead and put it back there. All right. So you basically show them. You show them the console. Show them all the different sides of it.
that I said something about Ouya. Ouya. Ouya.
Okay. Show them the top.
Yeah. Top.
Bottom.
Okay, that's the bottom.
Oh, what?
That's the back.
This-
That's the top. There's
wait.
a power button there.
Oh yeah, this is
And there's the
bottom,
the name.
top,
All right,
name,
come bring it back,
back.
here. And Ryan, you go show them the controller.
Yes, controller. Yay, controller.
Yeah, it's the most important part. I mean, without it, you can't really do anything with it. It's got little triggers right there.
All right, come bring it
Perhaps.
back. You can put it down right here. Put it down right here. And here's the inside. I'm going to lift this up.
Is there anything in there?
Yes,
Yeah.
there are.
Batteries.
There, go show 'em.
Batteries.
Oh yeah, door shell batteries, it's a magical, yeah, power supply and some cords to, get them set up.
Come bring it back
Oh,
here.
cool. We got our first one.
I'm going to take out the battery. I'm
Power.
going to lift this up.
Power
Put it back
supply.
there. The power supply. Standard stuff. And then that's the HDMI video cable.
And there's.
A little instruction manual.
Yeah.
And
There's nothing else.
that's basically it. So we can put the stuff back in the box.
Yeah. This excess stuff that we don't need.
That's good enough.
Good enough. We did a good job.
You did do a good job. So let's talk a little bit more about the Ouya. As you can tell, it is roughly about 3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches in size, approximately. And it's powered by a Tegra 3 system on a chip. The CPU itself is a quad-core 1.7 gigahertz processor. It actually has a helper core as well that is used for some of the lower powered tasks. But the interesting thing about this is, unlike a smartphone or tablet that operates at a variable CPU speed depending upon usage, this runs at 1.7 gigahertz the entire time because it's plugged up to your wall and has consistent power. So there's not an issue of it scaling CPU speed or clock rate based on conditions or anything like that. So that's one of the nice advantages of it. So even though some people may say, oh, it's just like my Nexus 7, it's not any more powerful than that. Well, the Nexus 7 runs at 1.3 gigahertz, and unless you're controlling the CPU speed, it's going to vary. So that's one of the things to note about that. So also, this comes with 1 gig of RAM, which the interesting thing to me about this is most games, when you run them, when you exit the game, they actually get terminated. They don't actually run resident in the background. Whenever you click on, you know, the icon or the tile again to launch the game again, you're filling up memory again, or using up memory with that application. So that's kind of interesting way the Ouya handles games and applications and anything else, is when you exit out normally, from what I understand, it actually kills or terminates the process, which is kind of cool. So that should allow you to recover RAM. So even though it's only 1 gig of memory, you'll more than likely be able to use more of it than you would if you're running a tablet or anything else where some memory is held resident for programs that are in the background. So it does come with 8 gigabytes of internal storage on a eMMC chip, which is, you know, fairly high speed. I mean, for what you're getting, it's standard these days. But the interesting thing about that is, of the 8 gigs, you're getting only about 5 usable storage, but this is expandable through one of the USB ports in the back to use like an external hard drive, such as this. Like I have different hard drives. I have a hard drive basically set aside at 500 gig. I'm going to throw in this and plug it up to here. That's going to be basically a media server for this. So I have a bunch of videos and other content on there I can just play immediately from the Ouya. I believe the expandable amount of storage is up to 2 terabytes, but I'm not absolutely sure. I intend to find out though, and I'll post that in another video. So let's take a look at the back. You'll notice, let me see if I can get a little close to the camera here. Here's HDMI, and then you have a USB 2 port, and then you have a mini USB 2 port, and then you have your Ethernet, which I believe is gigabit Ethernet. Regardless, even if it was 100 megabit, that's still plenty, just to be honest, for most things. But I'm pretty sure it's gigabit Ethernet. And last but not least, here's the power port. So, and here's a couple things about it as well. This does actually support wireless. What is it? 802.11 B, G, and N. And it also supports Bluetooth LE4. So Bluetooth 4, the low power edition, essentially. And then not only that, but here, you know, here's that controller, and you get 2 non-rechargeable batteries with it. And unfortunately, this is not rechargeable. It doesn't have like an internal battery that you just plug up to USB, or even a wireless kind of setup, or even some sort of a, you know, a jack. So anyways, and this has approximately 15 buttons, including including this here. Like this, I believe it considers these buttons: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 buttons. When you actually press these in, there are buttons, but these are also thumbsticks which operate normally. Incidentally, these thumbsticks are interchangeable with Xbox 360 thumbsticks, or even any of the third-party thumbsticks that go with the X360 should also work for this. So that's kind of nice. So, and of course, this does come with the HDMI and power adapter, which are shown right here. So that's the rundown. Actually, I had to look online, but this is actually just a 10/100 megabit Ethernet port. So I stand corrected. It's not a gigabit Ethernet port. Regarding the HDMI cable, I noticed that it is approximately 3 feet in length, which is pretty nice given how light this cable is, which should basically prevent or minimize the chance of this tipping over due to the weight of the cables. also the HDMI cable would relatively be one of the heaviest of the cables. It's actually down towards the bottom, whereas the absolute lightest of the cables would be up towards the top. So this is another way that they're trying to put weight towards the bottom to minimize the chance of it tipping back. One interesting thing to note about this Ouya is, although it weighs 11 ounces, roughly 2 ounces of the weight is located in the bottom of this in the form of 5 little itty bitty weights. So that's kind of interesting. It could theoretically weigh as low as 9 ounces, but they added a little bit of weight at the bottom to help stabilize it. That's pretty cool. One thing I wanted to note is the power supply here, the power adapter, is actually identical to the one that I currently have for an external USB drive that I use. They're both made by K-Tech, and I recognized in one of the previous unboxings that I looked at is that the one that the Ouya has looks identical to the one that I currently own for my USB drive. So here's one that's currently empty, but I bought this for like 20 bucks online, and sure enough, this is identical to that. So that's kind of a good thing. I actually have a backup power supply, power adapter, should this one go bad. Considering the Ouya only comes with one controller, I've decided to break out my old Nyko PlayPad, which is a $30 Bluetooth controller that I should be able to pair up with the Ouya. There are 3 things about this controller that I wanted to mention. Number 1, this area right here is actually a touchpad. You can move your finger across it to manipulate a mouse pointer on screen, and then you can tap it to select. Number 2, there are no 2 individual buttons for start and select as with other consoles. There's one button here, the Ouya button. And number 3, I'm not sure if you can see it here, but basically there are 4 LEDs here, and when it syncs with the Ouya, the 1 through 4 LEDs light up to indicate which controller you are, if you're controller 1, 2, 3, or 4. Alright, so here's what we're going to do here. I've got these 2 batteries that I'm going to try to install in here. Let's see how easy or difficult this is. This is, you can tell there's nowhere, on the bottom to replace it, so you have to replace it with these. So let me see how difficult this is getting the magnetically sealed case off. Okay, so there's one, and there's the other. Here's the inside, which you can pull these out, and then this out. So let's see what the orientation is going to be. It's going to be that direction. And now, same orientation. We're going to put this facing upwards. Now we're going to put the cases back on, the covers. And it is secure. That's not too bad. The interesting thing to me is this Ouya manual of sorts. It really only contains 1 page of useful information based on how to get started in 4 simple steps, and it details those 4 steps. And that's in English. And then there's basically some warranty information on the next page, and then each subsequent page you get different languages and different warranty information in those languages. So that's kind of interesting. That's just one of the things I noticed when looking at the manual. Alright, so that looks like that's the last of it. I've shown you everything else about the Ouya, and I'm going to have to go ahead and plug this up. So this concludes my unboxing. I want to thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Ouya. Hi, my name is Nick Carroll.
I'm Chris.
And who is this?
Ryan.
No.
You don't know who? No, we're not cutting.
That's fine. That's
You're
fine.
laughing at you?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
My name's Ryan.
You're Ryan? Okay, I think we will cut all that. I think we're. Hi, I'm Nick Carroll.
I'm Chris Carroll. Again. No.
Again. Hi, I'm Nick Carroll.
I'm Chris Carroll.
And I'm Ryan.
Oh, come on.
I need to leave.
We're just doing an intro. Hi, I'm Nick Carroll,
I'm Chris Carroll.
and this is my son Ryan, who doesn't want to talk.
Yeah.